The very first clue that something was seriously wrong was the sound of sirens racing down Maple Grove Avenue, getting closer by the second. I was still holding my coffee when red and blue lights suddenly washed over our living room walls, and my stomach instantly sank. Outside, my wife Sarah stood in the driveway wearing her faded fire department t-shirt, one hand gripping a garden hose, looking like she'd just been caught committing a crime with yard equipment. Across the street, Patricia Harmon, the HOA president, stood on her perfectly trimmed lawn with her arms crossed and a grin so smug it was almost painful to look at. That smile wasn't concern. It was triumph. Or at least what she believed was triumph. Let me back up. Sarah and I moved to Maple Grove Avenue 3 months earlier. It was a quiet suburban street lined with trees, the kind of place you choose when you're ready for peace. Especially after Sarah retired from the fire department because of a knee injury. But 20 years of running into burning buildings doesn't just disappear. Almost immediately, she signed up to volunteer with the Riverside Fire Department's community outreach program. Fire safety lessons, emergency preparedness drills, the kind of work that genuinely saves lives. What we didn't know was that Maple Grove already had someone in charge. Her name was Patricia Harmon. Patricia ruled the HOA like it was her personal kingdom. Mid-50s, always dressed like she was headed to a country club, clipboard permanently in hand. She enforced rules no one remembered approving. Trash cans visible after 4 p.m.? Warning. Grass half an inch too high? Fine. Mailbox black not quite black enough? Threatening letter printed in bold like a ransom demand. Our first issue happened during our second week. Sarah was washing fire department demonstration equipment in the driveway. Patricia appeared out of nowhere, smiling tightly. "Excuse me," she said sweetly, while clearly furious. "We're under a drought advisory. Non-essential water use is prohibited." Sarah calmly explained that the equipment belonged to the fire department and was being prepared for a school safety demonstration. Essential use. Approved. Documented. Patricia hated that. From that moment on, she watched us like hunters watch prey. She took photos of our sprinklers. Measured our grass with an actual ruler. She once emailed the HOA board claiming Sarah's fire department volunteer parking placard was an unauthorized vehicle modification. Things really escalated when Sarah planned a neighborhood fire safety drill. She followed every rule. City permits. Water department approval. Written HOA notification. Flyers posted 2 weeks in advance. The drill was designed to teach extinguisher use, evacuation planning, and basic hose suppression to slow fires before first responders arrived. At the HOA meeting, Patricia exploded. "This is completely inappropriate," she snapped. "Playing with water during a drought? What kind of example is this?" Sarah explained the fire department would use its own water truck and only minimal hose use. The board agreed. Patricia did not. "I'll be watching every drop," she said. "1 gallon over, and I'm calling the authorities." Sarah smiled. The same smile she used on rookie firefighters right before training got intense. Saturday morning arrived calm and clear. Fire trucks parked along the street. Families gathered. Kids laughed while trying on helmets. Sarah was completely in her element. And Patricia stood on her porch with her phone in her hand, waiting. Waiting for the moment she'd clearly been planning. She didn't wait long. The second Sarah connected the garden hose for the final demonstration, Patricia made her move. This was the controlled foam suppression portion. 2 gallons of water. Environmentally safe foam. Every detail listed in the permit packet. Sarah had barely finished explaining when Patricia's voice cut through the crowd. "I'm calling 911. No hesitation. No questions." She walked to the edge of her lawn, phone already to her ear, loudly announcing she was reporting illegal water use and a public disturbance. Parents exchanged confused looks. Kids stopped laughing. I saw Sarah tense, but she kept teaching, calm and professional. 10 minutes later, the sirens arrived. 2 police cars pulled up with lights flashing like it was an active crime scene. Patricia practically ran toward them, waving her phone like courtroom evidence. "Officers, I have proof," she said. "She's been violating drought regulations for 20 minutes. Officer Chen looked from Patricia to Sarah, then at the fire truck parked in the cul-de-sac. Before he could say a word, another vehicle pulled in. The fire department's administrative SUV. Fire Chief Rodriguez stepped out. Everything changed. He took one look at the scene, recognized Sarah immediately, and his expression hardened. "Why?" he asked calmly. "Are police interrupting my department's permitted public safety drill?" Patricia froze. The chief turned to her. "Ma'am, did you make this call?" She puffed up. "I'm enforcing HOA rules. No one is above them." The chief didn't raise his voice. He didn't have to. "This drill was approved by the city, approved by the water department, and properly notified to your HOA. You knowingly filed a false police report and interfered with emergency services." The color drained from her face. Officer Chen quietly explained that filing a false report is a misdemeanor. Neighbors began whispering. Then speaking. Then unloading years of frustration. Fines over cookie sales. Decorations banned. Kids' chalk drawings cited as vandalism. Patricia looked around for support. There was none. By that evening, videos of the incident flooded the HOA Facebook page. 50 complaints were filed overnight. An emergency board meeting was scheduled. Standing room only. One by one, neighbors spoke. Calm. Direct. Relentless. When Patricia tried to defend herself, saying, "I was just doing my job," the board shut her down. The fire department had filed a formal complaint. The city expressed concern. Legal liability was now very real. The vote was unanimous. Patricia lost all enforcement authority effective immediately. But karma wasn't finished. The district attorney moved forward with the charge. Patricia pled no contest. $3,000 fine. Probation. Community service. Assigned to the fire department's public education program. Under Sarah's supervision. The look on Patricia's face when the judge read that sentence? Worth every single drop of water. If you made it this far, you're awesome. Hit the like button and subscribe.